Hey guys, Chef here with Fat Kids Barbecue. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're making a ridiculously easy chicken soup. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start out with some boneless chicken. Yes, I bought it boneless because, well, why not let somebody else do the work for you when you can? So all we're doing is we're just going to put it down on our tinfoil lined pan here. I have the Traeger warmed up outside. I have it at 305 degrees. We are going to cook this chicken hot and fast. It's a really simple, easy cook. I am going to hit it with a little bit of Pam. That will act as our binder. Then I found this Heath Riles Cajun Creole garlic butter. It is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I'm just using this because I want a little bit of a kick on this chicken. We're not going to overpower it because we don't want this rub to be the star of our soup. We want everything to blend well together. So that's good. We will flip it over. Anytime you're handling chicken, it's good to always wear a glove. Just makes it safer and cleaner and healthier. Chicken's nasty. And you are going to be eating it. Use whatever you want for a binder. A lot of people I know use duck fat. I do not. I'm not a fan of duck fat. I know I just broke the barbecue rule. But hey, we all like what we like. You don't want this rub on your chicken, don't put it on there. That's what I want. All right, so we're gonna get this chicken right out onto the Traeger. All right, so we are gonna take it off the tray, in case you were wondering. I just did it on this aluminum lined pan, just to get it ready to cook. Uh-oh, we lost one. We'll come back in about probably 15 minutes and check on this stuff. So what we're going to do now, we have our skillet warming up. We are going to be putting some mushrooms in. A little bit of garlic. Garlic will just kick up these mushrooms a notch and give them a nice flavor. I did buy these at the store already cut and pre-washed. So we just dump those fellas right in there. If you don't like mushrooms, well, don't put them in your soup. It's really okay. You don't have to do everything that we do. Now I am going to use the same seasoning that I put on the chicken. And while these fellas are going, we're going to get our pot. Told you, this is a ridiculously easy chicken soup. We'll start with this chicken stock. Now you could make your own chicken stock. Been there, done that, have the t-shirt. I wanted ridiculously easy. Now we're going to add some V8 juice.
I don't know why, but I got the one with antioxidants. No reason.
We'll do about half a container of that. Then we're going to reach over for our friends, the diced tomatoes. Pour these fellas right in. You're probably thinking this looks more like a tomato soup. Well, yeah, it kind of has a tomato base to it. Our mushrooms are starting to cook over here. Another can of diced tomatoes. I will put the recipe down below so that you can follow along. Now we're going to slide this puppy out of the way. Ah, those smell amazing. That garlic and that seasoning that we put on there, really delicious. You might notice the shirt that I'm wearing. This is for Hound barbecue supply. I will put the link down below. If you go to Hound barbecue supply, you can purchase all your seasonings that you need there. These guys have such a beautiful website. Use code FATKIDS10 for a 10% discount.
Be careful with the knife. I've cut my finger one too many times. There's plenty of channels out there that will give you knife tutorials. I suggest you watch one if you haven't used a knife. In fact, Gordon Ramsay does a good one.
We're just going to dump this right into our stock pot. You're wondering, or maybe you're not, why didn't he wash those vegetables? I did. I did prior to turning on the camera. So right into our stock pot. Now I also bought, that was just green squash. This is yellow squash. Put whatever vegetables you like in there. This fellow's a little big, so I am going to slice it.
This is your soup. And I'm going to slice it again.
Right into our stock pot. Time to flip these fellas. Oh, does that smell good? When is YouTube going to invent scratch and sniff screens? It's probably a good thing they don't. I'd be 400 pounds. So, brings me to a good point. Part of the reason I'm making this soup is I just got off the barbecue trail. I competed in KCBS contests all summer long, and I put on an extra 15 pounds. So this is kind of like Jeff's Fat Kid Barbecue Diet Soup. We're going to hit this with a little more Pam. If you want to use butter, have at it. Do whatever you want. My recipe calls for this. That's wonderful. So now, our last piece of produce that's going to go in there is this wonderful. I'm not going to use a lot of it, but I wanted to call this spinach just a minute ago. It's clearly not spinach. This is cabbage.
Drop that all right in there. It'll all come apart once it starts cooking.
get this fellow onto the stove and we're gonna let it simmer for the next probably, I'll bring it to a boil and then we'll let it simmer for like 2 or 3 hours. When these mushrooms are done, we'll dump them in there and I'll come back and get you guys when the chicken's done. All right, so our ingredients are all coming together. We're gonna add some of this Italian seasoning to the mix here. You wanna measure it out? Have at it. Obviously I didn't, but I put a good amount because we have a good alata, that's a nice sentence. We have a good amount of liquid in here that will absorb all that seasoning. Once this all starts to break down and the vegetables cook and soften, I'll come back and taste it and I might add a little more even. All right, so I went outside and I brought our chicken inside. And now I'm just gonna dice it up and get it right into our soup.
Boy, does that smell delicious.
All right, guys, so I did use chicken thighs, if you didn't notice, and I think I might have even commented about it earlier. I just like the flavor of chicken thighs better than chicken breast. All right, guys, so our soup has been simmering all afternoon. Time for me to give this guy a little taste. Now, I will tell you one thing. I did go back to the store and I did pick up some more chicken because I wasn't happy with just that little bit of chicken. So I doubled the amount of chicken, added more to it. Wow, is that good? That is ridiculously delicious. If you like what you see, guys, please click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Who knows what we'll be smoking next